tender age of 6 during the height of the transatlantic slave trade in the 1840s. This man was captured and sold into slavery.
Of this compound, my birth name is Ifare Mleku, and this is his handwriting as well. Was sold to a man called Abass, because slave doesn't have name, they bear their master's name.
But years later, after his time in Brazil, Abass returned home, a free man. Yet, in a painful twist of fate, he became one of those who continued the very trade that once took him away.
These are the objects used in the exchange of the slaves. The value for one umbrella is for 40 slaves. One cannon gun is 100 slaves.
His story is just one of many that unfolded here in Badagry, a town that once served as a major route for the slave trade. I'm here to uncover the dark truth behind the slave trade and how it all began in Nigeria. So I met up with someone who knows this history well.
This compound is called Brazilian Barracoon. And Barracoon means slave cell, slave storehouse, where they store slaves in those days, awaiting the arrival of the slave masters.
Masters, yes.
And the man you are seeing in this picture happened to be the real owner of this compound. My birth name is Ifare Mleku, and this is his handwriting as well. How come does his name change from Ifare Mleku to Chief Seriki Williams Abass? At a very tender age of 6, this man was captured in his own hometown called Ijokaorile, was sold to a man called Abass, because slave doesn't have name, they bear their master's name. And Mr. Abass now resold him to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams bought him and took him to Brazil. For this man to be fortunate enough, he was being sent to school, and it was a taboo, they don't send slaves to school. But this man was being sent to school. He learned how to read and write with his master, and even the master even taught him the slave trade business. One day, Mr. Williams called him, Mr. Man, I want to give you your freedom, but on one condition. What is the condition? The condition is that if we free him, we send him back to his country. We're doing the running runs his master's supposed to do. What kind of running runs? Going from village to village, going from town to town, and doing what? In search of slaves. He accepted and he was sent back to Nigeria
to find slaves.
To find slaves for his master.
Just like an apprentice, Chief Seriki learned the slave trade and returned to Badagry, where he started working with Williams as a business partner in the trade. As cruel as it may sound, he built a compound with 40 slave cells, each about 9 by 9 feet, where he kept his own people before they were shipped off to his partners. And their living conditions, extremely terrible.
And inside the cell, we have 2 rooms, in which the one we have now is called a special room.
Okay.
And the inner room is the main cell we're talking about. The size of the cells is 9 by 9 feet room. And now, inside the cell, there's nothing like I want to duplicate. Nothing like I want to narrate. They do it on themselves inside the cell.
So how many people was this taking? How many people could?
40 people. I told you, 40 people. 40 human beings.
40 people at once?
Yes. And this is for the women, where they kept the one that is pregnant, the one that's not pregnant, the one that is breastfeeding with babies together, to make it 40 slaves inside one room. And that is the court of Chief Seriki Williams Abass, where he used to pass judgment to any disloyal slave. The slave they want to kill, the slave they want to hang, the slave they want to...
That was when he was released and he came back. And
when he came back, that is when he bought this land and built this compound of 40 slave cells. So that is the chamber. Whenever I want to pass the judgment, it came outside from the chamber and pass the judgment. And sometimes they still use it as meeting palace for councils of robbers.
Oh, okay.
And the slave cell we are talking about started from this road. From here, it goes round. Goes around this road, and likewise in the middle, and come and end here. All in total are 40 slave cells. And each of the cells, they kept 40 slaves. And the total of slaves kept in this compound is 1,600 slaves were kept in this compound and leave the shore of this country through the slave port outside to point of no return. Across the lagoon called Lagos Port No Lagoon, to the island called Berefu Island to point of no return. Then from point of no return to unknown destination. Because they don't know where they are going to.
I've heard enough of the gory tales of how slaves were treated. The thought that even pregnant women were not spared from the ordeal is deeply disturbing. But it's time to head to the point of no return, where slaves were taken through their final journey, never to set foot on their homeland again. I thought I had seen and heard enough until I came across something far even more horrible along the way.
Anybody that likes
so actually on our way to the point of no return,
you won't be able to take
this is actually where
If it
the
is strong,
slaves
you won't be
came
able to
from.
take it.
And it's been like a beehive of activities because I think a lot of kids are coming on excursions, so everybody wants to see what it's like. So if you're coming right from here, all the slaves, from what I've been made to understand, would have to stop here and you take a drink. So, I mean, this is the well, so it's...
Yeah, this is the well. Initiation well.
Okay, so they called it the initiation well?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's kind of having this dark magic power that makes people lose their memories or forget wherever they come from, their identity, just to make them obey their masters
Okay.
they are going with. So
whichever slave is passing, they must stop here to take a
yes,
drink.
they must stop here. This is let me say it's just like stop by a bear to call it.
Okay.
So it's a must every slave drink from it.
Okay.
Before their final movement.
Okay, and the moment you drink from it,
You lose your memory.
you lose your memory. So that's some diabolical stuff now.
Yeah. Kind of black magic, like we the black now.
Yeah.
Have we said
I mean,
no?
you're the black. You
No,
people.
we are all black.
Okay.
So we actually planned this whole thing together. Maybe I was not born.
We
then.
didn't plan it together. It was
Actually,
your ancestors that planned it.
Yes,
My ancestors did not join.
No, all of us not get hand, and we are generations. So
Okay.
let's just say we.
Okay.
We can just feel pity for them for what they did
and
then.
say you people.
But we are
so
still their generation.
so
We
your
have to deny
ancestors,
their
your
fact.
ancestors dug this well. So whichever people
See,
were passing,
our ancestors,
Oh, yeah.
drank it.
Forget. But you can give it a try.
You know, we're passing back.
No, none of us coming back now. Try.
Bro, if I left, okay.
Taba telephone if I'm a big cake on come with you.
Bro, no, you don't need. I'll enter inside. I use my hand to fresh it.
So once you test them like this,
You want this? Hey,
See, I want
damn, no.
but you come back. That one will come back.
3 months or 4 months.
but Ego must come back.
But before you come back, self, where out of 66 gig, we go give you. If you come out to this, I will how much remain.
Beyond the laughter and goofing around lies the well of forgetfulness or spirit attenuation well, a place once used to strip humans of their will to return home. It's believed that once slaves drank from this water, they lost their memory under the influence of dark diabolical powers. I know it sounds like a mystery, but I was yet to truly comprehend the depth of their suffering until I got to the point of no return.
So this is the point of no return that I told you guys about. So at the time the slaves get here, this is where they board the ship that takes them to Europe or wherever they're going to be sold, you know. But I mean, the heartbreaking reality is the fact that it's a realization that whenever they get here, I mean, as a slave, this is the last time they'll probably see their homeland. I mean, say for a few who maybe gain their freedom after decades and probably return back. But I mean, this is probably the last time they'll see their homelands. And I mean, come to think about it, going through the initiation well, by the time you drink it, you really wouldn't think about your homeland. You know what I mean?
It's sad to see that this place, which holds such deep history, has been left in ruins. The monument at the point of no return has been under construction for over a decade, yet it remains abandoned, just like many other structures around here. If nothing is done to preserve them, I fear we'll soon lose an important part of our history. It was mind-blowing going back in time to learn about the slave trade. Chief Seriki Abass Williams' family might have tendered an apology for the role he played. But is that enough to erase the memory of what it made these people go through? Certainly not. But I mean, we've learned a thing or two from their ordeal. That much is sure. That's all I have to share for you. If you enjoyed this video, do well to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's for 40 slaves. Okay. And the long cannon gun is 100 slaves. The short one is for 40 slaves. The bottle of gin, 10 slaves. The bottle of wine, 10 slaves. The mirror and the bead, depending on how you bargain. You can say 6, you can say 8, but highest is 10. Ceramic bowl is for 10 slaves. Then gun is for 40 slaves.